What I'm actually going to be talking about today, I'm going to be talking about 3 key strategies you need in order to lose your next 10 pounds. And these key strategies are going to be different than what you typically hear, right? If you guys have been following me for a while, let me know. But one key strategy that I'm actually going to be giving you, one of them is a calorie deficit. We know that, right? We know that in order to lose body fat, we need to get into that caloric deficit or to lose our weight, right? But the thing is the hard part is application. And the three key strategies I'm going to give you is going to be based on application. Because what's the point in giving you guys information if you can't fucking apply it? Don't you agree? Don't you agree with me? Let me know. If you agree, say I agree. Because I want to know, do you guys agree or not? So we're going to teach you guys how to apply this information when it comes down to losing weight. So when it comes down to a calorie deficit, the biggest struggle I see people miss is actually the weekends, right? Do you guys feel like you fail on the weekends when it comes down to sticking to your nutrition plan, sticking to your diet? I know lots of people do. So a key strategy that you can absolutely do is do something what we call caloric cycling, right? It's a really, really good tool. I use it for a lot of my clients. I even use it for myself at times. And your calories, being in a calorie deficit, is like a budget. It's like a budget that is given out throughout the week. So as an example, let's say your maintenance calories to maintain your weight is 2,500 calories a day. To get into a caloric deficit of losing 1 to potentially 2 pounds per week, you will need to now consume 2,000 calories per day. Now, if we add that over the week, 2,000 times 7, punch it in my phone here, is, because I feel a lot of pressure doing math in front of all y'all right now, is equal to 14,000 calories for the whole given week. So part of this key strategy of using calorie cycling is that your calories are like a budget, right? It's like budgeting your money. If you spend all of your calories all of your budget at once, you got no budget for the rest of the week. But you can spread out your budget however you like during the week. So let's say you're to be in that deficit, 2,000 calories, right? Let's say you want a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more fun on Saturday night. You're going to go out on dinner on Saturday night. You know, you're going to take your partner out, show them a good time. You don't want to be the person just eating chicken and salad at the dinner table. So you plan ahead, right? You do, instead of doing 2,000 calories a day every single day, you do 1,800 calories a day. You increase that deficit a little bit more. You subtract 200, right? You do that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So now by Saturday, if you multiply 200 extra calories that you subtracted by 6, that equals 1,200 calories. So instead of eating 2,000 calories on Saturday, you add that to 2,000. You're now eating 3,200 calories on that Saturday. By doing that, it's going to keep you in your caloric deficit of losing 1 to 2 pounds a week. You can have a little bit more flexibility in your diet, and you'll be able to stick on your nutrition plan. I think that works for a lot of people, especially for those who like to have food freedom, a little bit fun on the weekend. Does that make sense? Does that make sense for that first key strategy of using calorie cycling and actually how to use it? It's a very, very good strategy. A lot of people don't know that, but you can cycle your calories throughout the week, throughout the day to kind of meet your caloric budget at the end of the week. That helps a lot. Now, second key strategy. A lot of people don't think about this one. They really, really don't. It's actually getting in good quality sleep. Now, the reason why I actually mentioned that is because I think a lot of people in today's society don't get good sleep. It's really hard to get good sleep in nowadays. But when you're in a caloric deficit, there's been a lot of studies done where they compare apples to apples, where people in the same caloric deficit versus people that are getting good sleep versus bad sleep on the same caloric deficit will actually retain more lean muscle mass and will lose more body fat from actually getting better and more quality sleep. So another key strategy we can actually add in there is actually improving your sleep quality. Because if you don't get good sleep while being in a caloric deficit, here's what actually happens. One of your hormones called ghrelin actually goes through the roof. You get hungrier while being in a sleep deprived state, right? So sticking to your nutrition plan, gets significantly harder because you're hungrier. You are tired, so you can't put as much effort into your workouts, which means you're not going to maintain muscle when you're losing body fat. We need muscle in our body to order maintain metabolic health, right? You're tired, right? That's another one. And third, right, you're more likely to binge eat because you're tired, right? Because of the ghrelin going up, right? So if you're someone that struggles with eating out, uh, struggles with binge eating, food, lack of sleep is not a good thing. So what we want to do is we want to improve your quality of sleep. So here are a couple things that I suggest to improve your quality of sleep while being in that calorie deficit. Number one, cut down on screen time before bed. If you do it half an hour to an hour, don't watch Netflix, don't be on your phone, read a book. It will improve your sleep. Something that's helped me, I use no strips a lot because I snore and it really opens up my airway. Total game changer. If you're someone that snores a lot, I would include using nose strips. Meditation's a big one. For myself particularly, I get super wound up throughout the day. I get excited. So I need to do stuff that can calm my nervous system so I can actually relax before I actually go to bed. And then fourthly, this is a very underestimated tool, a consistent bedtime routine, right? It does not need to be permanent, but I really suggest it while you're in a calorie deficit because your body really works on a good circadian rhythm, a sleep schedule, and that can improve your quality of sleep drastically. I suggest at least having a consistent bedtime, right? And then doing it from there. It will make a big difference in terms of like actually losing body fat and losing your next 10 pounds and getting kind of to your goal of where you actually want to go. Now, the last key strategy, which a lot of people do not do, and I think this is a big mistake, a big mistake. You need to do some type of personal development when you're actually losing weight. Now, the reason why I actually recommend you need to do personal development when you're actually losing body fat, when you're losing weight, is because like I'm a big believer in, and as part of like what I talk about on the podcast, right? I'm a big believer in that your current life is a reflection of who you currently are, where your personal development is at. So if you would have been at your goal weight already, you would have already, like at the end of the day, like if you're someone who's going to lose 20 pounds, you already would have done it. Right? It's not the magic diet. It's not the magic workout formula. It's not like, it's nothing magic about it. It's more about kind of coming to the understanding like, look, if I'm going to hit my goal, you got to become the person that hits that goal. You got to become that person that lives that lifestyle. You got to become the person that incorporates these habits every single day. So I really suggest some type of personal development through your fat loss journey so you can actually develop the skill set to maintain it after you actually hit your goal. Because like, you can't be the same person when you hit your goal weight, because if you're the same person who has the same dieting strategies, eating like shit, not working out, sleep deprived, of course you're going to have trouble maintaining that goal, right? But you need to have some type of personal development that's actually going to allow you to accomplish that goal of losing your next 10 pounds. Does that make sense, everyone? Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. Now, the question is like, okay, well, what do I have to do with personal development? Like, what can I do to like improve my mindset when it comes down to that? I think a really good start, a very, very simple start. I'm going to give you guys two key ones. That's really helped me. I'm a big believer in meditation. I think meditating for like anywhere from a minute to 10 minutes a day, learning to calm your nervous system, calm your brain, be in your own thoughts, right? I know it's woo-woo, but I'm woo-woo, right? That's how we do it. And the second one, read a book. Read a personal development book. I suggest reading 10 pages a day of a personal development book because it's just going to give you the education, the tools, and the resources that you can develop yourself to become the individual that can actually lose that 10 pounds and keep it off. Right? So does that make sense, everyone? Does it make sense? I hope it does. So like I mentioned, every Wednesday in Project Weight Loss, we are going to be dropping free value in this group for each and every single one of you guys. If you guys have gotten value out of this, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is in the Facebook group as well. And yeah, that's all she wrote. All she wrote. Hope you guys have the best day ever. And we'll talk to each and every single one of you very soon.